Wild winds wreaking havoc across Southern California, from the coast to the valley to the foothills. Powerful gusts knocking down trees and power lines, and we're in for more strong winds tomorrow.
One of those problems in Valley Village. A live picture here from Weddington Street. It's right near Laurel Canyon and Magnolia. Tree came down on the power lines. That means the DWP has to cut that up before it can get to fix the lines.
Well, CBS 2 meteorologist Evelyn Taft is here. She's tracking the conditions tonight.
Pat, Jeff, no surprise that we are under wind advisories across the entire Southland this evening. Pretty much everybody looking at windy conditions. Nobody spared from that wind. And as we get a look at current conditions wind-wise, we were just talking about Studio City. We're looking at windy conditions, double-digit wind speeds through the San Fernando Valley. Burbank at 14 miles per hour, downtown 14, Santa Monica 16. And this, in fact, is calm compared to what we're expecting to see overnight and in the early morning hours. Your Futurecast wind gust forecast right here showing you wind speeds picking up throughout the night, through the early morning hours, and even getting windier later in the morning tomorrow. We're going to take you through all of it coming up in just a little bit, but for now, send it back to you.
All right, and with that in mind, we want to go to Stacy Butler.
That's right. She's live in Long Beach, and she's got a look at some of the damage there. Stacy.
Yeah, Jeff and Pat, you can see right now it's pretty calm, but these winds have been so erratic that earlier today, 2 people actually died in San Diego. All across the Southland, heavy winds caused some serious damage.
It's freezing. Yeah, it's cold. The wind's been crazy. It's a little hard to breathe. So, we try to keep something over our mouth so we can catch our air.
The cold and wild winds didn't stop this Fit Monster boot camp from their workout in a Long Beach park tonight.
It's tough. It's tough because everything kind of moves when you're right, and I'm a little unbalanced, but it's great.
All across the Southland, fierce winds whip trees into busy streets, into cars, wires, and even into homes. Take a look at this massive tree in Westwood earlier tonight, near Veteran and Levering. Veteran was blocked as crews cut up the tree to get it off the road. And in Monrovia, a tree fell down on Cloverleaf. Once crews arrived, they found the tree took down wires and possibly a gas line. In Van Nuys tonight, the DWP was working on restoring power to over 1,100 customers that likely lost power from a fallen line. In Santa Monica, you can see the flag on the pier just flapping in the crazy wind. And check out Valley Village. Winds there drove this tree limb into power lines on Weddington Street. And in San Diego early this morning, sadly, 2 residents in this home didn't survive when this massive tree collapsed on a house, killing a man and a woman on the 2nd story. And the worst isn't over. I spoke with crews. They say they're preparing for an even windier day tomorrow. That's the very latest from Long Beach. Pat and Jeff, back to you.
All right, thank you, Stacy. Well, SoCal Gas has issued a dial it down alert. Conserve natural gas by setting your thermostat to 68 when you're home, 55 when you're not, and by running your appliances on cold water.
We go to breaking news now. There's been gunfire in Granada Hills. A woman is recovering with minor injuries after bullets struck her cars. Witnesses say that she was caught right in the middle of some sort of an attack. The shooting was right in front of the Sushi Raw restaurant. It's on Devonshire. The woman's Lexus SUV was damaged. She and her 3 dogs, though, were not hit by the bullets.
Now to the survival story of a lost hiker. Tonight, CBS 2's Chris Holmstrom got his dramatic story, and he joins us live now from La Crescenta to share it with us. Chris.
Pat, the man was using an app that showed him where he was. The only problem is his cell phone died, and literally all he had were the clothes on his back. A father-son hike in the Angeles National Forest. Beautiful pictures on a beautiful day. Then the unexpected. Search and rescue crews were called out after Angus Powelson went missing. The 2 were on the Strawberry Peak Trail when Angus got tired and stopped. His son continued up. Angus tried to head back to the car, but got lost.
I keep telling myself that I'm not going to die. Right? You have to keep affirming the positive because, of course, that's a risk. Low temperatures with that clothing.
As the son said, Angus made his way down the canyon.
I was worried. That's why it was a great relief to find that sleeping bag. It changed my outcome in a certain way. It gave me options.
A sleeping bag in the middle of the woods. And just when you think things can't get better, the search helicopter arrives. But the pilot missed him. With no other options, Angus crawled into his sleeping bag. Then out of nowhere, he spots the super blood wolf moon.
Looked up at the moon and I was just like, it doesn't look right. right? But it was really spectacular. I can't imagine better conditions for viewing it.
Optimism aside, Angus was still lost. After a long night with near freezing temperatures and minimal sleep, the sun finally came up, and Angus made his way out of the canyon. He tells me he was able to flag down a driver who took him to safety. While he's physically okay, he has minor cuts and scrapes to remind himself of a night that could have been deadly.
Yeah, he's definitely lucky to be alive, and Angus wants to thank everyone who tried to find him. Reporting live from La Crescenta, I'm Chris Holmstrom, CBS 2 News.
The man accused of killing a scientist who was out camping with his daughters in Malibu State Creek Park is expected to be arraigned tomorrow. Anthony Rauda faces murder and other charges. Prosecutors say he shot 35-year-old Tristan Beaudet last June. If he is convicted, Rauda faces life in prison.
The search continues for a missing Moreno Valley teen who was last seen January 13th. 16-year-old Aranda Briones was last seen at the Moreno Valley Community Park. Her uncle says the person who dropped her off saw her get in a gray four-door sedan. Then her phone was turned off.
She cares about everyone, and, you know, there's like a hole in my heart because she's missing. I just feel like maybe she's in danger and she needs help.
Aranda's friend told her uncle her location on Snapchat popped up as Rubidoux, and when she questioned Aranda, the location disappeared.
It is back to the picket lines for teachers tomorrow. The LA Unified School District and the teachers union still have not reached an agreement on a contract. Marathon negotiations haven't broken the stalemate, and the students, of course, are the ones caught in the middle.
It's unfortunate that everybody has to go through it. Got 2 little ones at home, and you know, they kind of want to make sure that everything's okay because they're concerned. I think they're kind of left in a void where they don't know what's going on.
Tomorrow morning, striking teachers will march from City Hall, where the mayor's office has been trying to broker contract discussions, to LAUSD headquarters. That's about a mile away. Football fans are fired up. The Rams are heading to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta.
Yes, a dynasty in New England is all that stands in their way. Jim Hill is here with a first look at the strategy, though, to take on the Patriots, Jim.
This time, in 2 weeks from now, we'll know a little bit, but between now and then, it's going to be a lot to talk about, that's for sure. This will not only be the biggest game for the Rams all year long, but also the most difficult when they take on the New England Patriots in Super Bowl 53. A hero's welcome for the Rams early this morning as fans showed up at their training facility in Thousand Oaks. But now it's up to head coach Sean McVay and the players to stay focused and ignore the outside noise that comes with playing in the biggest game of the season.
You try to get ahead as much as you can, eliminate some of the distractions that inevitably occur just based on the nature of the magnitude of the game.
I think the fans, I think the city is electric right now, but the biggest thing to do is to go over there and to play with an attitude and try to bring a championship home.
It's going to be a lot of fun, and of course we'll have more reaction from the Rams coming up a little bit later on in sports. Pat?
All right, thanks, Jim. Well, Rams fans are on cloud 9, dreaming about the Super Bowl.
CBS 2's Rachel Kim is live in downtown Los Angeles with more on that. Rachel?
Yeah, hi, Jeff and Pat. Right now, the city of LA is beaming with pride. Behind me, you can see City Hall is all lit up in blue to celebrate the Rams. And tonight, we talk to ecstatic fans, both old and new. Fans decked out in purple and gold filed into Staples Center Monday night to watch the Lakers take on the Warriors. But we found they're also passionate about the blue and gold.
I did just become a Rams fan when they came to LA.
So new fan?
Yeah, new fan. Yeah, I'm just supporting the LA team. That's all.
Renee Polito and his girlfriend Angie are still savoring the Rams' victory Sunday afternoon.
So nervous. It was so nerve-wracking up to the end. When he made those 2 kicks, I lost it. I was like, yes, we're going to the Super Bowl.
There you go.
Be proud.
I am super proud. Super stoked.
David Rubin showed us his Rams pride underneath his jacket.
I'm a lifelong Rams fan. I've been here nearly 50 years. And sad to see him go and excited that they're back.
Perry Marr is so devoted, he wore his blue and gold jersey out tonight. You would describe yourself as a lifelong Rams fan.
100%. I'm 26. I've been a Rams since I was like 10 years old.
Rams love was everywhere today. Check out this pop-up shop at Westfield Century City. It's packed with plenty of official Rams merchandise. And fans can also satisfy their taste buds at Acapulco Mexican restaurants. They're getting into the Super Bowl spirit by offering free nachos this week to guests who come in and simply say, "Go Rams."
Let's go Rams.
Woo! Go Rams! Woo! And the LA City Fire Department is getting into the spirit. Today, Chief Terrazas tweeted, effective immediately, your LAFD members may wear Rams NFL caps while on duty. We'll switch them out for Super Bowl champion caps on February 3rd. And we all certainly look forward to seeing that. Reporting live tonight in downtown Los Angeles, Rachel Kim, CBS 2 News.
All right, Rachel, and CBS 2 is your home of the Rams and Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. Watch the Rams take on the Patriots Sunday, February 3rd, right here on CBS 2.
Have you noticed local home sales are in a slump? We'll tell you what's behind the slowdown coming up.
And headed from Jersey to Hong Kong, passengers spend nearly 30 hours on a plane that never left North America. Find out what went wrong.
A lot of outrage after video appears to show pro-Trump teens taunting a Native American veteran. Tonight, a different side, though, to the story.
I mean, her heart is just like gold.
Finding her match again after 2 transplants, a woman gets a life-saving donation from a stranger she met online.
And winds whipping across the Southland tonight. We're expecting 40-plus mile-per-hour wind gusts. I'll have your forecast ahead.
And here's a look at the guests tonight on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert.